let's get at the very top of the PDP, I mean APC leadership. Let's get to hear how they are receiving what has become a major entrant into their party. APC National Secretary, Senator Ajibola Basiru, is my guest here in the studio. Thanks so much, Senator, for joining us.
Yeah, good evening, Sean.
What a day it's been for your party. Have you been officially informed about Governor Ovoribori and Senator Fanyokoa's the camping into your party?
I think I've spoken at least twice with Governor Sheriff today. And of course, some of our prominent leaders are both within the APC and PDP in Delta today. Our party is a party of serious organization. I left my office for this place. And after this interview, I'll go back to my office. We take political organization, mobilization, and sensitization to be very serious. And of course, our party has already issued a statement to welcome not only Governor Sheriff, but the entire former PDP structure, including the former vice presidential candidate of the PDP, the deputy governor, the 25 local government chairmen, the House of Assembly members, and of course, former and present members of National Assembly, including Senator James Manager, to the APC. And just as he has said on Monday at the pavilion in Delta, you see that as far as we are concerned, Delta is already locked down for the APC.
Are you worried about the feelers that your party and this government is turning Nigeria into a one-party state?
How can we turn Nigeria into a one-party state? The country is not our making. The politics of the country is not our making. I think the problem with Nigeria is that we don't seem to have people who are very serious in opposition and who takes their job serious. You will not want a ruling party to do its work for you. And I want to challenge your journalists. Tomorrow is a working day. Go around the headquarters of all other political parties and see whether you see any activity going on. One of the cardinal policies of our party when the leadership of Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje took over is that we want to have a functionally efficient party structure in every ward, local government, and state in Nigeria. And that we are doing. We cannot do the work of opposition for them. When we were in opposition, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for instance, in the Southwest, was the only surviving governor after the 2003 election. Even with what somebody was saying about harassment, the now NSA said that then Governor Bola Tinubu was the most investigated governor by the EFCC. After he left government, he was here in Abuja, arraigned before the Code of Conduct tribunal, and he went through a whole trial in that place. He did not abandon the ship. Rather, we were moving from one state to the other, try to expand the scope of our activity.
But the allegation, Senator, the allegation is that your party is using the power of state and security agencies to hound opposition voices. Is that a democracy that you are glad to operate?
You see, Amika Cabral said that tell no lie, claim no easy victory. When you are, as an opposition party, you begin to lie to yourself as to what is wrong with your party and laying the blame on what did not exist. I'll give you some factual background to show that it's a lame excuse to talk about harassment. Before today, at least 15 members of the House of Rep from Labour, SDP, PDP, NNPP are decamped to the APC. Some of them are first-timer. Do they even have any problem with the FCC? Have they even served for 2 years? And 3 senators, including the late Ifa Yoba, had also decamped to the APC. Today, Honorable Wole Oke from Uriadi Obokun constituency has also decamped. All these people, do they have any problem with EFCC or ICPC? It's not a case of harassment.
No, you know, Senator Ifeanyi
it's a case.
Is being investigated.
He's not the only person. Senator James Manager that was the spokesperson. Does he have any problem? All the members of the House of Assembly.
Ifeanyi will be perhaps the leader of the party in the state.
Even last 2 weeks ago, I was in Delta. I was in Agbo when the Delta Unity Group, led by the chairman of NDDC, including the daughter of former Governor James Iboli, they come to the APC. You think the old UPLA that's making, maybe because they know the importance of Delta to the opposition party. But as a political party, I must first and foremost give credence to the sagacity of not only the president, but the Progressive Governors Forum and the leadership of the National Working Committee of our party. We go around. We are like Jehovah's Witness. Apology to those who belong to that religious organization. Go around and proselytize our own party, irrespective of whether looks and cranny. I can't remember my schedule in a week. I was telling somebody last week when I was in Osun that within a space of 72 hours, I had been in 6 states. From Abuja to Kaduna, Kaduna to Benin City to Agbo, Agbo to Oguachiuku, then back to Benin, then Lagos, then Osun. How many party bureaucrats, how many political party in Nigeria is doing such kind of work, putting industry to solidify? So I will not take claim.
If there are no covert and overt hounding of opposition voices, what would you say then is attracting people to your party? There must be some magical powers.
I'm talking of mobilization. I've told you, you need to engage people and let them see why they should come.
The question
to
is,
the property. And
is it a performing party?
Because
in almost 2 years, Senator, there are those who will say that your party has failed Nigerians and they have been woeful in your performance in delivering the promises that you gave to the nation. So what else is now attracting people to your party?
Democracy is about heterogeneity of ideas. In fact, anybody, just like the previous speaker said, can play a Tuesdays scenario. For those who can see the good work that our president is doing, they easily get to our side. And the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, made a comment, I think about some few days ago, when he said that he doesn't see any difficulty in President Bola Tinubu getting second term, because the governors and the other state actors, they can see that the states are best positioned to deliver on good government to them. The chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, when we held our NEC meeting, said that the allocation to the state, because of the reform policies of President Bola Tinubu, are tripled. Just last allocation, 1.65 trillion was distributed along to the state. When in the equivalent period, they used to distribute just 500 billion. So when you have governors who now have respite from taking loans to be able to pursue developmental activity, who have respite from not taking loans to be able to pay salaries and allowances, and then coming to join the government to be able to do
Senator,
so.
This allusion that I'm going to make, you will understand it better. When men are falling over themselves or for a beautiful bride, people will say it's for the beauty. The ugly bride, what happens when men are falling over? The question is that why would people be falling over themselves for your party? It could be a voodoo politics that you are playing, isn't it?
I'm a Muslim. I don't believe in voodoo. And I also believe, just as I told you, Amika Cabra said, tell no lie, claim no fiction. What you see today are serious, outcome of serious efforts.
If many Nigerians describe your party as a failed party, based on your promises to the Nigerian people, will failure be attracting any kind of attraction that we're seeing?
It shows that the premise upon the analysis is also wrong. You see, anybody can...
Has your party not failed Nigerians?
We have not failed Nigerian people. And
what have you done to defend the promises? Have you been able to live up to the bidding of the promises you made at the campaign in 2023, Senator, as a party?
You see, let me tell you, you can, when it comes to making analysis, it's easy to just make statements and to just go. Last year, we had issues about food inflation in this country. This year, that food inflation had gone down. And there are empirical basis for you to go and be able to do so. Dealing with problem of development is never a straightforward thing. It's never a straightjacket thing. It's a process that has to come both with pains, both with gains. But what we are saying is that at the political level, our party is making gains because we are appealing.
Because of the pains?
The pains.
the unintentional or the uninformed decision and policy that your party has made that have thrown Nigeria into this kind of horror?
That is your own view, and which of
you
course,
made policies that caused food inflation. You made policies
I've told you
that tumbled the Nigerian economy and caused Nigerians pain. These are the decisions of the party in power.
I expected you when Mr. Dele Momodu was speaking. You gave him opportunity to say what he wants to say.
You're speaking, Senator.
So if you don't want me to say, perhaps I should excuse myself and leave your studio.
Senator, you're
I'm making some analysis. Whether you agree with it or not, that is my own viewpoint. Whatever you say, that may be your own viewpoint. But if you want to also be the questioner and the person that will answer the question, perhaps I may excuse myself from this place.
If I'm asking you a question, Senator, and as someone who is in power, you are the party in government, and if you are not delivering to the Nigerian people, it might be as uncomfortable as it may be right now, and the room might be hotter than you feel naturally.
I'm comfortable.
Senator.
Let me talk.
I'm allowing you to talk, but you're not answering the question whether or not you have performed to the expectation of the Nigerian people.
Possibly you may excuse me for
Senator,
a program if you don't want me to talk.
Have you committed, have you done to the Nigerian people what you promised?
Since we came into power, we have put in place NEL Fund, whereby no less than 500,000 Nigerian students are benefited from that. We have started Credit Corp to have access to consumer products, by Nigerian people. We have stimulated production in the agriculture sector, which has led to the downward spiral of food inflation. We have also been able to address the problem of source supply of resources for infrastructure development. We are also engaging in serious infrastructure development that will catalyze the economy. We are talking of the coastal way. We are talking of development of the rail sector. We are also talking about revamping our refinery so that we can increase the capacity for local production and reduce the pressure on the dollars. And of course, we have also been able to address some of the macroeconomic challenges we have, which have led to the reduction on the foreign debt before our government.
If you have to grade yourself as a party in power, how would you do that?
I would do 78. I would do 78%.
Really?
Yes.
You're an academic, Senator, and I hope that you probably be objective. Do you think that?
Of course, you can't expect me to be totally objective. I'm a partisan person, so
you would have been biased in marking yourself.
Of course, they call it double Judas in Kosaso. But since you give me the benefit, then I will be stupid.
To be a judge in your own matter.
Then I will be stupid to judge myself negatively.
So you 78%.
I know 78%.
That's what you give your party.
In terms of what we have been able to do, yes.
Do you think that Nigerian people will agree? The people of Osogbo,
have you conducted census?
No, I'm asking a question. Do you think that the Nigerian people will agree with you?
Who are the Nigerian people? Am I no Nigerian people? Am I a Ghanaian?
But you're a man in power.
You see, the assumption that some of us elite make is that we assume that what we think in the inner recess of our room is what actually go around with the member of the public. Go to the farms and go and ask those who are now benefiting from the agricultural policy of this administration, and they are now making good returns on the agricultural investment, and talk about whether our party is accepted or not accepted.
The people of Osogbo too, who are watching, who are directly your people, they will be wondering.
I stay there regularly.
All right, stay with me, Senator, because we're not done yet. We'll go on a break, and I will be getting some of my final questions to Senator Ajibola Basiru. But again, one man that has spoken against the APC, that has spoken for Atiku Abubakar, that represented the PDP, that spoke boldly on television and on this podium for the PDP, is one of whom who have followed his principal, Ifeanyi Okowa, and Sheriff Oborivori from the PDP to the APC. Charles Anelbu will be joining me next on the program. We'll be right back after this break, everyone. Join us again. If you were to tell Nigerians anything about those who believe that this is coercion and it's potent danger for our politics, what would you be telling them?
I'll tell them that to talk about coercion, the person will not know Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I know him very well. I've known him since he was a governor. He will not coerce anybody. But two, assuming you are a governor today, and whether you are a first-term or second-term governor, as at the time Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu became president, you are going cap in hand to bank to be able to get money to even pay salaries of your worker. And then suddenly, boom, with the removal of fuel subsidy, with the removal of the Naira subsidy, flotation of Naira, and then with infrastructure fund, you suddenly, find it that you can easily pay your bills and then do infrastructure. Of course, it will be expedient for you to want that administration to continue. That, for me, is a more plausible reason for any governor that wants to, associate not only with the APC but with the New Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and not any form of coercion. Asiwaju will not coerce anybody. He's a Democrat to the heart.
Senator Ajibola Basiru is the APC National Secretary. Thanks so much indeed for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Sheon.
Thank you so much indeed.